Hi everyone, I wanted to do a follow-up video to the one that I previously done about the 5-panel stainable doors. That it was a pretty cool idea that I came up with, more or less. Um, I guess you could say is necessity is the mother of all invention or something. But this is the space that those doors came in or went into. During the time of that video, I was still in the middle of constructing it. This is my chiropractic clinic, and I was struggling to try to find some 5-panel doors that matched the ones that I have in white, and these are them. So we've got several of these throughout the building, and then I have a couple wooden ones that I wanted to try to match. So at the beginning of the other video, I believe I was standing back in this area, and this is what the space has turned out to look like back here. This is like a little foyer area, and we've got a couple extra rooms here. But so I was going back up through here, if you remember or seen the other video, and we had the floor covered with carpet or cardboard, and couldn't see anything. And I had right here in this big space, we had the doors sitting up on some sawhorses. And so let's show you where those are and what they look like. I think they came out fantastic. And like I said, it'd be awesome for other people who need to match something in an old home or just create this look with a stain color of their choice. So here they are. They really look good. Nobody would ever know the difference if somebody didn't point it out. These are our changing rooms, and coming into this little room, a patient might lock this door behind them and of course come on through this other room whenever I call them in or get them in. But these are the white doors that they're supposed to match. And so, with my color scheme, I have some blue and I have some grays in here, and I didn't want all the doors to be white, but I didn't want all of them to be brown. So we had a kind of a happy mix of the two, but here they are. This is what they're supposed to be matching. The other door was the solid core door, and in the video, this one was laying up against the wall, and we had already glued it down and it had already cured and was attached. And this is the door that goes into my X-ray room, and because we needed it to be heavier for radiation, so we were able to glue those same panels on here to again look like the 5-panel door that was behind us. And to the untrained eye, nobody would ever know that didn't come like that. So the stain came out really, really well. This is a stain that one of my patients make. It's called Easy Stain, EZ Stain. They make it, and all of that is right over the top of pine. I got all this stuff. All this trim was started off as Select Pine from Menards, and that's got one layer of that Easy Stain on it, just one. And then we sprayed it with a satin sheen or protective coat. I went with satin just because it just isn't too shiny, but then isn't dull. So we made all the 1x6 trim. We bullnosed the edges and shaped the insides and put some transom blocks in and some crown and some cornice pieces. The baseboard here up front is, I think, these are 1x12s. Oh wait, no, those are 1x10s. These front ones are the 1x12s. So that is not a cap. That is a one piece. That is a one-piece board. So at the base there. And overall, we get a lot of compliments. As you could tell that in the other video, this is a pretty much ground up. It wasn't even a restoration. It was basically a creation, but it was made to look old. So even the front desk I made, this front piece is a 4x8 just sheet of sanded plywood, and I used I think it's chair railing, I want to say, is what I used for the outside. And then the little molding pieces were pieces I found in the trim aisle at Menards. Nothing really too fancy, but we spaced them out evenly. And the desktop itself for the top is I think a 1x12 or it's a 2x12. And then this right here is the countertop. I want to say, excuse my mess there. It's my day off, but the countertop, I want to say, it's called like glued pine board, and it almost looks like butcher block top, but it's about as thick as a countertop. or it's not as thick as a butcher block countertop. But yeah, I made that whole desk, and it just fits my space way better than anything I could have found mass produced, and I think I made it for 150 bucks or so. So that is my office, and that is what those doors look like installed. I think they came out really good. We get some compliments on them from time to time, and if you're wondering what the color of the wood is, it's actually a custom color that I made. It's a black walnut base with red chestnut in it to give it a little bit of a darker tone, but then has a red overtone. A lot of wood species here in older homes, a lot of the wood species used as trim is red oak, so it's got a little bit of a red historical undertone to it with the dark trim that's kind of in right now. The gray is something called, I believe it's called Victorian Pewter, and that is, I believe, a PPG color. I found it at Menards. I think I ended up getting Sherwin-Williams paint though, because I really like Sherwin-Williams paint. And the blue is called Blue Promise, also I believe a PPG color. And you know, in different lights and LEDs it's not going to look the same, but it really is a nice calming blue and a nice calming gray. So that's our office, and those were the doors. Hope this helps. Take care.